Well, thank you for opening this video abstract, which reviews the worldviews of street children, a survey that was carried out by Gundelina Velazco, a PhD student, and published in 2001 in London, in England. The report covers interviews with 368 street children aged 7 to 18 in 4 different continents, choosing countries of Brazil, India, Philippines and South Africa, and the surveys were obviously executed in their local languages. We would encourage you to go on and look at the results in detail from the PDF that's available, because they're variable by country. So please go to the source, and this is just an overview to give you some idea of the detailed content. The survey covered a number of different aspects in the interviews, and different subjects were examined, including happiness, the corollary of that, sadness, fears that the children had, their desires, their self-view, how they considered themselves, the view of the environment around them, their aspirations, the biggest problems that they faced, how they coped with the problems, who were the important people in their lives, the emotional hurts that they carried, their view of God, and what they considered to be the best ways that others could help them. So these are the subjects that were addressed in the interviews with these children, and we would urge you to go and look in detail. But we give you some samples, some examples here. The first one is the subject of happiness, and the survey asks what would make street children really happy, what would make you happy that you don't have at the moment. The number one citation was family. 28% of the children said that if they were in a family they would be much happier. Material possessions, education and work, relationships with other people, housing and food, basic needs, and general well-being. Those are the order of importance of the often frequently mentioned thing of family being the number one citation. Another example, and the corollary of happiness, sadness, what makes them sad about their life at the moment. Interesting, again, loss of the family and not having a family relationship, the number one citation. Sense of inadequacy, of being abused and teased on the streets, criminality and the behaviour of others that they interconnect with, a lack of basic needs and negative behaviour of themselves. A third example is changing aspirations. What would they like to see changed in their life that would make things different? A more positive relationship with others was the most often mentioned. Better life prospects, improved mental state, a home, being off the street, family restored, help to stop addiction and crime that they're engaged in, and lastly education. Some aspirations as to regards what people could do to help children on the streets. What are the things that people could do? Well, provide a home was the number one cited example. Provide with material things, care and love and protection, education or jobs, and giving advice or understanding, guidance, and spiritual help. So these then are some of the things that we could do to help children on the street. I hope that you've been inspired to look further. Here's the conclusion, a couple from the report from Velazco herself. Implicit in their responses is the need for a friend that they can talk to and confide in, and her view of the hope that children have. For many of them, the hope for a brighter tomorrow and to make something of themselves has not vanished. What they need are opportunities, and people who are willing to facilitate their making use of such opportunities. Just a couple of examples of her conclusions from her research. So please review the full document, which you can do so by going to download the PDF at this particular location. Thank you for reviewing this abstract.